Good day folks. This is Javi, the creator behind Bookish Gal. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about my favorite books, either fiction and non-fiction, science, space and ocean explorations, history, a subject I loved the most in high school, crimes and mysteries, my current watch list on Netflix, world travels, maybe later I'll travel the world, just to visit most of the famous and not so famous library in the world, who knows, for now, cross finger. Basically all interesting I believe can make people think. Everyone is welcome on this channel, as long as you are open-minded. Let's geek out. The voice used on this video is not my voice, just so you know, I'm quite young and not British. English is not my first language, and when I tried listening to my recorded voice, I find it annoying, and I'm sure you are not on YouTube just to be irritated, so let's go with my favorite machine voice for now. Maybe when I find mine not so irritating, we'll use it. Top 5 series, where I share my favorite books in different genre. So, here's my top 5, historical novel. I love and rereads when I ran out of books to read, which is often, especially now that my favorite second-hand bookstore near my place is closing. My top 1, you can agree to disagree, but I love Judith McNaught's type of writing the most. And one of her books I love the most is titled Something Wonderful. Best-selling author Judith McNaught masterfully portrays a remarkable heroine and an unforgettable passion in this powerfully moving love story, one of her most beloved novels of all time. The tempestuous marriage of Alexandra Lawrence, an innocent country girl, and Jordan Townsend, the rich and powerful Duke of Hawthorne, is about to face its ultimate test of tender loyalty. Swept into the endlessly fascinating world of London society, free-spirited Alexandra becomes ensnared in a tangled web of jealousy and revenge, stormy pride and overwhelming passion. But behind her husband's cold, arrogant mask, there lives a tender, vital, sensual man, the man Alexandra married. Now, she will fight for his very life, and the rapturous bond they alone can share. This book was the first one I read by Judith McNaught, and when I read this, I was experiencing same feeling Alexandra described at chapter 3, here's quoted. Did you ever have the feeling that something special was going to happen? I've had this feeling now and then since shortly after grandfather died, but it's been ever so much stronger and constant this past week. I feel as if I'm standing on precipice, waiting for something that's about to happen. Shortly afterwards, she said these lines to Jordan. Every season of the year comes with promise that something wonderful is going to happen to me someday. I've had that feeling ever since my grandfather died. It's as if he's telling me to wait for it. In winter, the promise comes with the smell of snow in the air. In summer, I hear it in the boom of thunder and lightning that streaks across the sky in blue flashes. Most of all, I feel it now, in springtime, when everything is green and black. Like tree trunks when they're wet, and freshly tilled fields that smell like. Despite the usual misunderstandings and mistrust on their story, just like all McNaught's novels, this one does not fail to make me laugh so hard that it makes it memorable readings. My number 2 favorite rereads are, not a single book but a series by Lisa Kleypas. The Wallflower series. I love them equally and can't seem to choose just one. Meet the Wallflowers. Annabelle, Lillian, Evie, and Daisy. These 4 young ladies enter London society with one necessary goal: they must use their feminine wit and wiles to find a husband. So they band together, and a daring husband-hunting scheme is born, one that will undeniably change their lives forever. Official chronological reading order, though I read them depends of my mood. 1. Again the Magic. 2. Secrets of a Summer Night. 3. It Happened One Autumn. 4. Devil in Winter. 5. Scandal in Spring. 6. A Wallflower Christmas. Top 3 on my favorite rereads. From New York Times best-selling author Julie Garwood, whose novels have enchanted millions of readers worldwide, comes a breathtakingly romantic novel about a mismatched young wife and husband who, despite their differences in background and temperament, fall inexorably in love. The bride sweeps readers back to the savage beauty of medieval Scotland. By the King's edict, Alec Kincaid, mightiest of the Scottish lairds, must take an English bride. And Jaime, the youngest daughter of Baron Jamison, is his choice. From his first glimpse of the proud and beautiful English lady, Alec felt a burning hunger stir within him. This was a woman worthy of his fearless warrior's spirit. And he aches to touch her, tame her, possess her, forever. But with the wedding vows, Jamie pledges her own secret oath. She will never surrender her love to this Highland barbarian. He was everything her heart warned her against, an arrogant, brooding scoundrel whose rough good looks and seductive embrace fire her blood. But when strange accidents begin to threaten Jamie's life and an old rumor that Alec killed his first wife spreads anew, something far more dangerous than desire threatens to conquer her senses. With all the storytelling power and insight into the human heart that have made her one of the best-selling authors of our time, Julie Garwood takes readers on an unforgettable romantic journey rich in humor, suspense, and historical detail. Top 4 on my list is another series I love equally. It's the Prince's trilogy of Elizabeth Hoyt. Sounds familiar? Of course it is. First on the series is titled The Raven Prince, the story of the widow Daneren and the Earl of Swartingham. Second, The Leopard Prince. Wealthy Lady Georgina Maitland doesn't want a husband, though she could use a good steward to run her estates. Here comes Harry Pye, who changed her mind. Third one, The Serpent Prince. The interesting story of Lucy Craddock Hayes, who is content with her quiet life until the day she trips over an unconscious man, a naked unconscious man, and loses her innocence forever to none other than Viscount Simon Iddesleigh. And the recently added novel, The Ice Princess, as the Madam of Aphrodite's Grotto, the most infamous brothel in London. Coral Smythe knows everything possible about men's needs and desires. Yet she's never experienced the love of a single man, not even that of Captain Isaac Wargate, whose hawk-like eyes stare at her with both condemnation and lust. Top 5 on my favorite reread list. The Grand Sophie, by Georgette Heyer. When the redoubtable Sir Horace Stanton Lacy is ordered to South America on business, he leaves his only daughter Sophie with his sister, Lady Ombersley, in Berkeley Square. But Sophie's cousins are in a sad state, and she's arrived just in time to save them all. But she hadn't reckoned with Charles Ravenhall, the Ombersley's heir, who is very unappreciative of her efforts. So, have you read any of these books yet? Try it, they're quite good and amazing reads. Once again, this is Jovi behind Bookishgal. Have a wonderful day ahead.